So welcome to our national collection of oaks, in Latin known as Quercus. It is one of the most important collections in the gardens for many reasons, but one is that we have some of the rarest oaks in the country, if not in the world. The genus Quercus consists of around 600 species across the Northern Hemisphere, also making its way down into the subtropics. But most of the species that we can grow here in the gardens, of course, are going to be from the northern part of the world. So the gardens has a good amount of species. We have around 365 species growing in the garden, so that's a really good selection. We have a particularly good selection of Mexican species, which were collected by our previous botanist in the gardens, Alan Coombs, who is an expert on oaks. Although there are 600 species in the world, the UK actually only has 2 native species. Some have escaped and are naturalised here, but our 2 native species are Quercus robur and Quercus petraea. Oaks can be found around the world in many sort of environments. Those that come from the more desert, sort of dry regions tend to be low growing and small, ground creeping species even. Those coming from forests, the moist forests around the world, tend to be large trees. So there's a great range of diversity in size and shape. There is also great diversity in their leaf shape. Some leaves can be traditional oak-shaped leaves, like this one here, which is Quercus frenetto, very similar to our native oak leaf. Some can be rounded, some can be lanceolate, so they're very diverse in their shape. Also, there are many that are deciduous and many that are evergreen. Those that come from the sort of Mediterranean regions of the world tend to be more evergreen, and also those from very moist and subtropical forests. So oaks, of course, are well known for the wood that they produce, but there are also other aspects to an oak that people often don't think about. In World War II, the acorns were used to make a flour substitute. I'm told it didn't taste particularly very good, but it was a substitute anyhow. There are also other oaks in other parts of the world which produce acorns which have a much better tasting acorn that could be eaten fresh from the tree, just like a nut. The oak collection is spread throughout the gardens, like many of our collections. However, if you want to see particularly our Mexican collection of oaks, they can be seen in Brentry Woodland across the road. However, do check out the oaks around the garden because there are some really beautiful species. So come on down today to the Hillier Gardens and see our national collection of oaks.